Welcome to Indications and Warnings. Over the past month, Chuck and I traveled more than 2,800 kilometers across Ukraine, including a harrowing drive along the P17. We drove under netted roadways on our way to Sloviansk, from the front lines to Odessa, Kharkiv, and beyond, meeting commanders, locals, and innovators that keeps Ukraine in the fight. None of this would have been possible without the hospitality of the Kyiv Post and the incredible work of our Ukrainian producer, Rostik Kubich. In the coming videos, you'll see exclusive interviews and on-the-ground stories we've been privileged to record with great help from Rostik. If you want to support Ukraine, check the verified charities linked below. If you find value in our work, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps us reach more people. Enjoy the video. Chuck and I have the privilege of meeting with Yuri, the Chief Medical Officer of a unit in the east near the front. Yuri, thank you very much for your time. I'm really interested in your medical training and whether or not you trained for... That's okay.
That's okay.
And whether or not you trained for a medical specialty.
Звичайно. Я в 2003 році закінчив медичний університет і працював протягом цього часу.
Of course, in 2003, I finished a medical university in Kherson, and then up until 2022, I worked as a urolog, and then as a plastic surgeon. And when the war started, being a doctor, I joined the military and then throughout the period, learned what needs to be done here. And I finished my university in Luhansk.
Giving medical care on the front line, how has that made you a better doctor or into the kind of doctor you most want to be?
Звичайно. Займався я колись я займався плановою хірургією, і це зовсім інша річ. Коли я маю наразі, я навчився...
Of course, when I did medicine, I did planet surgery, and when I got here, I needed to act fast. So the speed is an important thing, and at this skill, the speed has become better, so I can help more people.
Зробило мене більш рішучим і більш швидким лікарем.
Do you have all the medical supplies you need?
Наразі і держава, і іноді якісь власні волонтери нам допомагають, але здебільшого...
Yes, for now the government and the volunteers help us. The government does bring a lot of supplies to us. We have a radiologist, and we also have an anesthesiologist here. I will show you the apparatus that we have for ultrasound scanning diagnostic apparatus, and it's a portable one, so we have a few of that. So it seems like we're supplied for now.
Для швидкої огляду, тобто маємо портативну техніку. Наразі все, що нам необхідно, ми забезпечені і нам немає ні в чому потреби такої сильної.
How many doctors and assistants, how many corpsmen are on your medical staff?
Я б не сказав, що достатньо. Хотілося б завжди більше.
Of course, we'd always want more doctors to have in our unit, especially some of the middle doctoral management, but the amount that we have for now is sufficient to achieve of what we're doing now.
Нам вистачає для того, щоб ми вели свою роботу.
The war has changed. Have the wounds that soldiers receive also changed? Say, thinking back over a year or 2 years, are you treating different kinds of wounds today than you treated a year or 2 years ago?
Так. Завтра буде ровно 3 роки, як я в армії, і я спостерігав це от на власні очі.
So tomorrow it's going to be a 3-year anniversary since I joined the military, and starting off as a medic in the battalion, we would see many injuries from the artillery or mortar shelling, and now the biggest danger for the soldier is either the COB or the FPV drone. There's clearly more burns on the soldiers because the FPVs are supplied or attached with some sort of a burning element, and more than 90 or around 90% of the wounds that are received are from the FPV drones.
Наразі ми маємо десь до 90% уражень. Це через які це таке враження складається.
We've read reports that the Russians use gas, poison gas attacks all along the front line. Have you treated soldiers who suffered in a Russian gas attack?
Так, на жаль, так, і це досить часті факти. Наскільки ми зараз передаємо всю інформацію про ці випадки на спеціальні служби, які збирають інформацію, я думаю, що колись це буде опубліковано. Наразі ми маємо такі випадки. Не всі хлопці до нас дістаються і є.
Unfortunately, yes, it happens more often than you could imagine for yourself. We pass the information of treating the soldiers who got poisoned by gas to the intelligence services, and I hope it will be public someday. Not all boys or guys make it, unfortunately, and based on consequences of the poisonous gas, we treat them accordingly. I can't be specific about the gas itself because it's a multiple component gas that has not been clarified or made public yet, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, he says it, but I think that this gas consists of very serious poison.
Yes, we've been reporting on chemical warfare. Good question.
I know your primary responsibility is to Ukrainian soldiers. Have you ever had to treat Ukrainian civilians who are just in the wrong place at the wrong time?
Звичайно. Я вважаю, що це необхідність, бо всі ми громадяни однієї країни і цивільні люди так само мають розраховувати на нашу допомогу.
Of course, I think it's necessary. The civilians have to rely on us as for help, as help. I kept some of the pictures of the civilians that got wounded. I can show them to you later. We help civilians in the stabilization points, and many civilians unfortunately get wounds or die, so we try to help them as much as we can. We also sometimes help sick civilian population, as it is something that they rely on.
Цивільні люди, ми також допомагаємо, чим можемо, бо маємо можливість таку, маємо лікарів, маємо ліки, допомагаємо.
Chuck, I want to turn it over to you for your questions.
You're a physician, you're living in Kherson, then you were occupied. You saw what the Russians did as occupiers, and now you've brought yourself to the service of your country at one of the most stressful points that anyone can be in combat is to be a physician, treating the wounded day in, day out, again and again. I know that you're a very strong person. I also know what a weight you bear. If you'd like to, if you could talk a little bit about personally what it has meant to you.
Як я вже сказав, 3 роки я на війні, а до того 5 місяців був в окупації в Херсоні. На війні мені ніколи не було так страшно, як в окупації. І тому
As I said, I've spent tomorrow is going to be 3 years under that I joined the military. Before that, I've spent 5 months under the occupation, and I must tell you that I never felt so much fear under the occupation rather than being at war. I felt that being that under while being under the occupation, sorry,
І буду щось робити.
I made a solid decision for myself to join the Ukrainian armed forces, so no one would feel the same way. Having no prior connection to the army or no service time, now you can see that I have my handgun and I don't want the occupational forces to come back. So when I'm back in Kherson, I can protect my town.
Близько до лінії зіткнення, і як буде необхідність, я вже тепер зможу боронити своє місто і зможу не допустити окупації повторно. Так.
I wonder, in your military service, has there been a doctor who has become your mentor, a teacher who you esteem, who you hold in a special way, who you value in a special way? So, doctor to doctor, or even a nurse or a corpsman.
Напевно, так. Звичайно, коли я прийшов у військо, я вчився у всіх всьому. Я нічого не знав, мене вчили і мої водії, як правильно водити автівку.
Yes, of course. When I just joined the military, I was taught everything. I would be taught how to drive in the places that might be mined by our drivers. If I would need to recognize one person out of everybody else, that would be Bogdan Petrovich Boychuk. He is the most experienced doctor out here, and I took a few really important lessons from him based on his experience. We also do have many doctors from various fields in our medical unit. We always share experience in between each other as doctors.
Але якщо виділяти одну людину, то це, звичайно, буде Богдан Петрович, найбільш досвідчений з наших лікарів.
Секунду.
And as a chief medical officer, what are the primary lessons you want to teach to doctors who are coming for the first time to the front line, or to corpsmen, nurses coming to the front line for the first time? What are the most important lessons you want to teach?
По-перше, нічого не боятись.
Well, the first thing that I would like to teach them is that not to be afraid of anything, or not to be afraid of not knowing something. We have a really compact and really friendly company here, and it is we have doctors from various fields, so we can teach each other and learn from each other. So there's no pushing and no rush in the learning curve that we have. So the first thing that I would like them to know is not to be afraid.
Перше, не боятись.
Yuri, if I can, I also have a couple of personal questions for you. I'm looking at this drawing over your bunk. Wings on a heart, Ukraine colors. Who drew it? What can you tell me about this drawing?
Саме зіс.
Yes.
In Kherson,
While in Kherson, we were closely tied with our neighbors who now moved to Odessa. And the last time I was in a vacation, my neighbor's child drew this picture, drew this drawing and gave it to me. And since all my children are a bit older, he is like my nephew now. So this is the picture the drawing that I brought with myself.
а він маленький ще й от дуже хотів підтримати нас.
So Yuri, you have a special hairstyle. Tell me a little bit about it. I love it. I'm not sure how I would look in it, but you look great.
Yes. Thank you. Я думаю, що це певні такі забобони, І
I think it's a superstition. So when I do karate, and my sensei, when her son was occupied, told me that he's not going to shave his beard off until her son is liberated, and so he stopped shaving his beard. This I chose this hairstyle about 1.5 years ago and decided to keep it until the war ends.
І я буду мати цю зачіску до кінця війни.
What kind of karate?
Яке карате?
Гудзюрю.
What is that?
Goju-ryu?
Goju.
I don't translate Chinese, so
Shotokan. I took Shotokan. And Aikido.
Oh.
Thank you. And I like, he has a female sensei. His sensei was a woman?
No, it was a male, the beard.
I saw.
He was supposed to not shave the beard until the occupation is over.
Great.
So, how long do you think the war will last? How will it come to an end? And you can go back to your most handsome hairstyle.
When I just joined the military, I argued with people that the war is going to end by the New Year's from 2022 to 2023. But now I understand that I'm ready to be here and to spend as much time as needed until the end of it.
Rosik, do you have any questions?
Якби ви могли, от уявіть, що вас почує 50-100 тисяч американців, і якби ви могли їм щось передати і сказати, от що б це було за повідомлення?
По-перше, я би хотів подякувати всім людям з Америки, які нас підтримують, і Америку в цілому. Бо це величезна допомога, без якої нам було б значно важче, а може і витягти. А по-друге, я б хотів би сказати, що ми тримаємось і будемо триматись і надалі. І ми дуже розраховуємо на вашу допомогу і сподіваюся, що ми будемо перемагати разом.
So the question was, if you can address, 50, 100,000 Americans,
That's what you were saying.
and you have a message for them, what would the message be? And he said that he is thankful for the United States supports, for the United States support that has been present now. And the second point was that we'll keep holding. Перепрошую, ми тримаємось, ми будемо триматись і
Тільки треба і розраховувати.
as much as we can, and we're it's not depend, but we not rely. It's we count on your support.
Good. Yuri, thank you, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
It's been an honor. It's been an honor.
It's a great privilege to be invited into your life, basically.
Велика привілегія бути запрошеним практично в ваше.
Дуже дякую.
Thank you.